So we're running on a platform. First off, our team is called the Unite for Action Slate, and we're running on our experience. A bunch of us come from different college systems, a bunch of us come from different clubs. One of our candidates is from UTM, and we want to make sure that our board is just as diverse, so we have a bunch of different club presidents, club executives, former club executives, people who are involved with their college associations, their faculty associations, and just people who are generally involved but want to go on and do something a little bit more campus-wide and get involved in something like the UTSU. So one of the biggest things that we just recently won is actually a club exclusive space at the Athletic Center. So this is something that hasn't existed at all. So now that when clubs go to book space at the Athletic Center, you can have, and also at the Varsity Center, you can actually have a club discount. There's some space that's exclusively booked for clubs, and I think that this will help out a lot of the more cultural and social clubs that have always had problems booking the King's College field or have problems booking space just because there's either too many groups that are going for the priority times or it's just way too expensive. Some of the other things that we've worked on this year is expanding some of the club trainings. So this allows more clubs to be recognized, more clubs to actually apply for funding according to our bylaws and policies, as well as making sure that we just continue to offer a lot of the clubs and a lot of students some great events that they can get involved in. One of the things that I'm really proud of is the Winter Clubs Day. A lot of focus is always put on the Clubs Day that we do at the beginning of the year, but what we often forget is that a lot of students actually can't afford to attend orientation and can't afford to be down here on a Friday because sometimes with the engineering students they had class. With UTM students they had to come down because their orientation was actually the week before, and we want to make sure that we're creating that alternative space where students can actually come on campus during their classes and also come and see a bunch of our clubs in a giant space. So next year a lot of my focus I think will be on continuing to work with a lot of the clubs. This year I saw that there really isn't enough resources. There really isn't ever enough resources. So one of the big things that I really want to do is continue to expand or increase the timeline in terms of when clubs can actually receive their checks. Right now the Campus Life is expected to do the entire procedure, whereas my plan is to more so get the Campus Life, Vice President Campus Life to work on the actual proposals and making the decisions, and then me coming in, speeding up the process a little bit and getting the funding out before the audit's done. That way the financial coordinator isn't backed up with a lot of work. One of the other big things that I want to do is this was the first year that we implemented the $99 Metro Pass, and we saw giant lineups from about 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And I think that what we really need is more on-site locations across campus at the UTSU office where we can actually make up more of those student identification cards so that more students can come in very quickly, get those cards, and then go back to their classes or go back to whatever they need to do on campus. Really expanding the services is, I think, something that should be a priority this year because not a lot of students always know that we have Raptors tickets, that we have Leafs tickets, or that we have TFC tickets, and really just making sure that we get that promotion out there, that students know what's covered in their health and dental plan, and that students know when the opt-out dates are. So our team is called Unite for Action. What we want to do is we want to unite the campus so that we are able to go and lobby effectively to the municipal government to keep a $99 Metro Pass, that we include all students in this, not just full-time but also part-time students, so that we have a greater collective tool in purchasing these Metro Passes, that we lobby the provincial and federal government to make post-secondary education a priority, that we continue to hold the university accountable to the decisions that they're making and make sure that they are prioritizing student consultation and making sure that we aren't seeing these program cuts, that we aren't seeing these cuts in our quality of education, so that we can unite on this campus and make sure that we're making a difference. So my name is Corey Scott. I am running for the position of Vice President Internal and Services, and March 8th, 9th, and 10th, I encourage you to go out to the polls and vote to Unite for Action.